Hi everyone, welcome to our first remote learning session for Term 2, where we are looking at Civics and Citizenship in Year 8 Humanities. So for our first lesson today, our learning intention is that students will be able to identify key vocabulary in order to understand the Australian legal system. Now, based on the lesson plan that you'll be able to find on Compass, you should have already watched the BTN Law Tour video clip on YouTube. And now we're moving on to the task for today, which is to read pages 484 to 485, which is these pages here. So this makes up chapter 25.1, Principles of Australia's Legal System. Let's get started. So there are several key ideas or principles that guide Australia's legal system. They focus on our responsibility as individuals to obey the law, as well as our right to fair treatment within the legal system. The rule of law. We don't just make up the rules as we go along. The legal system creates and enforces the laws that determine our rights and responsibilities. This is known as the rule of law. Laws are the rules we must follow within a society. These rules are designed to protect our way of life by defining our rights and responsibilities. For example, we have the right to live and work in a safe environment, free from discrimination. This means that we also have the responsibility not to harm or discriminate against others. The right to a fair trial. A person accused of breaking the law must stand before the courts to prove their innocence, or face the legal consequences of their actions. In a justice society, this person will be judged fairly on the crime that they are accused of committing. This means that the person's race, sex, characteristics, or any other irrelevant factors will not change the outcome of their trial. They will be given a fair chance to prove their innocence. So here we have source 1. Lawyers, such as barristers, are highly skilled professionals who use their knowledge of the law to represent people in court. So these two people here in the wigs are the barristers, and they're going towards the Supreme Court, which is one of our court levels in Australia. So, the right to legal representation. Australia's legal system is complicated. It is made up of many laws that determine how they are to be applied in certain situations. Understanding these laws and cases is the role of legal professionals who use this knowledge to represent people in court. Each Australian has the right to represent themselves, or to hire a legal professional such as a lawyer to represent them. In some cases, the government will even provide a lawyer, known as a legal aid, to those that cannot afford one. The right to legal representation ensures that people are not left at the mercy of a complicated legal system that they do not understand. Presumption of innocence and burden of proof. The idea that someone is innocent until proven guilty is an important part of any legal system. It means that a person who is accused of a crime is not required to prove their innocence. Instead, the prosecutor must prove that the person is guilty of the crime beyond a reasonable doubt. This means that the burden of proof is on the prosecutor, as they are the one required to prove or disprove a disputed fact in court. And here we have source 2. Trials take place in courtrooms in one of Australia's many courts. So this is an example of a courtroom where a trial would happen. Alrighty, now that we've read through those 2 pages, you are to define the following terms: discrimination, innocence, accusation, prosecutor, offender, lawyer, court, guilt, barrister, and trial. Now, those words can be found on the lesson plan, so make sure to copy those over into a Word document when you are doing it. Some of those definitions can be found in the textbook using the glossary, the Civics and Citizenship glossary. But you may also use the internet, such as Google, to look for definitions of those words. Once you've completed that, you are to answer questions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. In a Word document. So, question 1. How does the rule of law protect our way of life? Question 2. What is meant by the right to a fair trial? Question 3. Why might someone need legal representation if they are legally allowed to represent themselves in court? Question 4. Why do you think that the burden of proof is on the prosecutor and not the defendant? All right, now we're moving into our apply and analyze, so these ones are a little bit more difficult. So question 5. Look at the photograph of the barristers in source 1. So that's this photo up here. Question 5a. Why do you think they might be wearing that type of wig? And B. Search the internet to find out why barristers wear wigs. Was your initial answer close? So for the first part of the question, you're going to take a guess. You're going to think about it by looking at the question, looking at the source, looking at the photo. Why do you think they might be wearing that type of wig? And then the second part of the question, you're actually going to do some research on the internet to find the correct answer. See how close your initial answer was. All right, and now we're up to evaluate and create. So question 6. Have you ever felt like you were being judged unfairly? Has someone accused you of doing something wrong, even though they've had no proof? Write a diary entry explaining the situation and how that made you feel. In your diary entry, reflect on the importance of following principles such as the right to a fair trial and the burden of truth. Alrighty, so if you have any questions, again, feel free to email me at my email through Compass or through my email, which you can find directly on our class page. I've posted it there. Happy learning, everyone.